and Nick, are you using, or have you seen any clients use any cool iterations of automation to help kind of lubricate this process?
Mark, you want to start it?
Yeah, actually, we're not doing any follow-up at this point. We use what converts. I did come back to the earlier discussion we had about following up with or responding to leads, because what converts does give you the ability to go in there and tag every lead as like I quoted it, I sold it, and give a dollar value. So for those clients that actually use that system, that provides us tremendous value. When they don't, then you wonder whether they are indeed following up, or maybe they have their own CRM and they don't opt to use that one. We're not doing any follow-up with our clients right now, but we're definitely looking at high level as a potential solution.
Got it. We were looking at Rob and I were actually emailing back and forth about it today and yesterday, to do a text back, missed phone call text back through CallRail. But the issue is it doesn't text through to the destination number. It texts through to the app. So if you don't have the app on your phone and aren't actually using the app, you don't get the text notification, and it's going to be a wasted touch point and kind of a, not only a missed opportunity, but a bad missed opportunity that could negatively impact. So we ended up pulling the plug on that idea. Nick,
can you use an email notification for that? Because we do that for a client now where they don't use our system for the text, but what we do is when we get a text in or reply, it forwards them an email with the text body, the person's number, whatever, in an email.
Yeah.
Because they're not using the app.
Yep.
That's one thing you could maybe do.
Yeah, I got to ask Rob about that. Okay, so if they did want to text back, though, they'd have to get into the app and then actually text back.
Well, that or just use a regular phone. At that point, they have an email with the phone
Right.
number of the person, the message that they just sent. Just click on that phone number and just, hey, this is me. I'm using my other phone, blah, 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 whatever. Like
Okay,
something like that.
got it. That might be mind-boggling for a few of our clients. I'll
Well, they won't know the difference. So just get an email that says, hey, you just got an SMS. They can open it up, look at it, and click on the phone number and text them back. That's basically the process.
We get a lot of clients that will reply back to the email notification saying that you have a new form submission lead, and they'll just reply back to me,
Yeah.
not the actual client. I get that a lot, so stay away from that one. Nick, what do you got? What are you seeing your clients use?
90% of our clients actually use a pretty robust system that's automated. It's heavily automated as well.
Okay.
There's a couple of different iterations of it where, there's some groups that we will hang our hats with and say, hey, we really like their text response and responses. There's another group out there that a lot of our clients will use that's AI. I don't believe in the theory of AI. It's essentially if and then. AI isn't real. Cloud isn't real. I hate to burst everybody's bubble. Their cloud is a bunch of computers and different data centers that are all connected up. AI is a bunch of responses to questions. It's basically the world's largest FAQ, but it's pretty cool to see in action. So our clients will have a lead come in, they'll text it out and say, hey, Ed, saw you were looking at XYZ house on 123 Main Street. If you'd like to do a showing, if you'd like us to take you into a showing, let us know. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? If you respond back and say, I'm looking at this and this, that's awesome. Do you have a timeline that you're looking for is the next question. Like, do you have a timeline of when you're looking to move? And then that person might respond to it. Then it'll be do you have a house that you need to sell before you're going to buy the next one, and have some questions about that as well. At any time when these auto texts are going back and forth, depending on what the person's responding, you can jump in and take over the conversation and either call or start texting as well. And the end user is none the wiser. Like, they don't realize that they're talking to a robot. It's much better than it was back in, 5 years ago when it first came out. It was, hi, I'm a robot. Let me know what you need. Right. Now it's an actual conversation, a human conversation that's asking relevant follow-up questions that the agents are supposed to do. And sometimes does a better job than the agents do, because their first question is, how much money can I make off of you? Right. What price of house are you looking to spend? So that's not the question you want to ask. You want to be helpful and be insightful for that lead. So most of our clients will have text messages that go out like that. If the person isn't responsive, they'll ask even more questions. If the lead comes back and looks at another house the next day. So I've got a client that really goes high level with this one, where they'll send a text introducing themselves, thanking them for using their site, saying, let us know if you have any questions. They don't call them at all. So this guy generates a ton of leads. Doesn't call them, sends them a text message first day. Anytime that they like a house or look at the same house twice or come back after being gone for a day, that's when they call. So they know that's a real lead. They know that lead is actually coming back to the site, gonna be looking at houses again. It's time for me to jump. It's time for me to talk to them and ask them, what can we help you with? Instead of barraging them with phone calls right out the gate, they do that route. Now, I have other clients that we know for a fact, if you're looking at a house online, or if you've signed up at the site, you're going to be on the site for at least 8 to 10 minutes. I can show you the analytical data. So we tell our agents, call them when they're on the site, ask them if they need help working through the site. No different than if Amazon would call me when I'm looking for something and they notice I'm looking for something. If you call and say, hey, Nick, I know you're looking for this new TV. There's actually a newer model that's cheaper than the one you're looking at. Let me send you the link. That'd blow your mind, right? So we tell them to be supportive when they're doing that conversation and when they're talking to that new lead. But the automation that our clients are using is pretty intense. I mean, it's a heavy set. They're paying money for it, so they're paying another third-party solution to bring their system in and to upload that. But I would guess 90% of our clients are using some sort of automated text follow-up, and then really, again, reading and reacting to what the response to those texts are.